What's up, guys? It's FC, and go ahead and leave a comment telling us what you think of the new intro and whether we should make that one the new one. I wanted to make this video to introduce myself to the community and talk about what my role is with this channel. Most of you guys know me from Hupit, whether it be from the Hupit Cup tournament, the Hupit League. Those two projects are my main two projects. But outside of those two projects, I lend a helping hand with running this Hupit community channel and making sure your guys' technical questions get answered. Now, some of you guys have probably already talked to me if you submitted any kind of clip, or if you've had any questions regarding watermarks and stuff like that. I'm usually the one that answers those questions for you. And first and foremost, I want to thank you guys for that overwhelming support we have received. Without you guys, we have nothing. Now, when I first signed up with Hupit, I really didn't know what to expect. I had dabbled a little bit with the old version, I guess you can call it, from Woody's channel with posting my gamer tag on his comments for his videos, but I didn't really have that much success with it. Then came this new Hupit gaming website and all the features that it brought. The sharing gamers tag, forums. A lot of people have benefited from this site. I now play regularly with a bunch of people that I've met through Hupit, and I only play with those people. So they've become my regulars for myself. Now, I'm pretty sure when Jeff and Woody brought up the notion of making this website, they had in their minds that someday it would get big. I just don't think that they thought it would get big this fast. I mean, this goes to show you that although we might fight amongst ourselves online and, talk smack to each other online, we stick together as a community. We all share that same mentality. We like, the same style of games, the same series, whether it be Call of Duty or Battlefield or Halo. Whatever it might be, we all have that same mentality. We all have that common ground with each other, which is, that we like to play video games. Some people, playing the objective, some people love to be KD whores, but at the end of the day, we all like to play video games. I'm grateful for this site because it's brought many people with the same enjoyment together. People don't realize that this could potentially be part of something very big. Think how the first members of MySpace or Facebook felt after those networking sites got big. I mean, we might have stumbled upon the gaming social networking site. I have not come across another one like it, And, you never know. Maybe in 5 years, we'll see on the news that, Microsoft bought Hupit Gaming for $2 billion. We could all look back and say, hey, you know what? I helped with that site. I helped make that site. So I'm very grateful that I've, stumbled upon can't even speak now. I have stumbled upon this site, and I'm thankful for, having all this, be provided to us. But now that I've said that, I know you guys want to hear about the gameplay probably, so let's get started with the gameplay. So I decided to name this video "What You're Gonna Do When the Hupit Army Runs Wild on You" because it was comprised of a 9-man Hupit party. The party was actually started by co-founder Jeff, and as the title says, we pretty much ran wild on a bunch of pub matches. I believe we played about 5 to 7 matches, and we won every single one of them. It was just like a mixture of us beating a group of players, then they would leave, and then new players would come in and we just beat them also. I don't want to sound too confident or anything, but it's basically what was going on. Rinse and repeat, just keep going over and over again. And it really just came to the point where at the end, we all just decided to play with SMGs. As long as it wasn't the UMP. We played a game of Domination on Quarry, where we all had SMGs, most likely just the Vector, and we still won. So that goes to show you that even though we were handicapped ourselves, teamwork will always prevail over everything. We pretty much just stuck to our game plan and won, even though we were all using vectors on a normally mid to long range map. And as far as this gameplay, I started the match with an RPD, but after having not too much success with it, I decided to go to my semi-ghost class. It was a marathon, cold blood, and ninja, but it's semi because I forgot that my UMP I had taken off the silencer, so I couldn't go full on ghost because people were still going to know where I was coming from. But at least I didn't show up on UAVs or anything like that, or on heartbeat sensors, so it was semi-ghost, I guess you could say. And our strategy for this map was just to hold C and B and just have them spawn trapped at A and that back building, and that's what we ended up doing. They were spawn trapped, excuse me, back at that A back 2-story house that's building that's back there, whatever it is. And so my, you know, kind of my role was I wasn't gonna push up too far, because if you push up too far, the spawn flips and you end up losing that spawn trap. So I just kind of stuck around the dead cows that are laying around right there, and I try to pick off anybody that was trying to come get out of their spawn trap and just come out of that little area. So, you know, I ended up running out of bullets on my UMP and ended up picking up a foul, and I had to make do with the foul, but I did pretty decent with the foul. You know, got a couple kills there and was able to survive that little area. And as soon as I got my Harriers, I planted my Harriers and kind of got out of there. We ended up capturing A, so we had all 3 flags. And normally you don't want to do that when you're playing Domination, because then you really don't know where they're going to be spawning. So at that point, they could be spawning behind you or in front of you, to the side of you. You're not too sure as to where they're going to be spawning. So I kind of got out of there knowing that most likely, since we just captured A, they're not going to be spawning A. So I kind of made my way towards C, hoping that I could find more people. And I ended up planting my Harriers, I believe, at C, just to kind of protect my route as I go. Actually, I think it was A. Can't even tell, but my Harriers actually did a pretty good job for me. I think they ended up getting me like 5 or 6 kills. Not too sure, but I know that they gave me enough to get to my chopper gunner. And what I had noticed prior to this was that my team had previous air support up in the air, and they were just going to town on this team. So they weren't shooting down air support, which is a surprise when you play on Xbox. Usually Xbox, they're pretty good at shooting down their air support. And so I knew that if I could get some sort of air support up in the air, I could potentially get a good score and help out my team. I mean, the win was pretty much in lock for us. I mean, we weren't really worried about losing here because we pretty much had the spawn trap. So my Harriers got me to my chopper gunner, and the chopper gunner, I mean, what can I say? It's pretty easy to use. You just hold the trigger down, aim at the little squares, and hope to God that nobody shoots it down, because usually as of late, if you ever play on Xbox, it takes about 30 seconds and it's done. You know, it's pretty much over. Actually, it's probably less than 30 seconds. It's probably 10 seconds. You know, and on a map like Scrapyard, it's probably dead before it even gets to the map. You know, because on Scrapyard, it takes a while for it to show up. So if you get lucky nowadays, you can get a chopper gunner, then you can pretty do some damage. And I ended up getting like 14 kills, 13 kills with the chopper gunner. What it was, I knew one of my prior teammates, well, one of my teammates had a prior chopper gunner. So I know that he had potentially had a nuke. I wasn't too sure if he did or he didn't. And as soon as I got out of my chopper, I hear that noise. There it is. Somebody called in a nuke, which is probably my teammate there. And I end up getting one more kill, I think it is. Yeah, I get one more kill, and then look at that. My own nuke comes out. So, got my own nuke, even though I wasn't able to call it in. But, hey, what's important is that we won. Congratulations to Chaos Tags, actually, because he's the one that called it in on his own nuke. So, I think my final score was like 29-7 with a non-called nuke. And, you know, the Hupit Army ran wild on these guys. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Till next time, guys. Later.